coming at you. That's right, you, with a new commentary. I know it's been a very long time, and, well, I know that everyone's been patiently waiting. Yeah, you know how it is. This right here is a pretty old game, and I've been going through a lot of different things with my devices. I just got a new computer, HP Pavilion. Got 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is massive. And so now my video output will be a little better, but the thing is, I need to get a new video capture device because I was using one that was only usable on Macs. So you're gonna get a hiatus for a while, but then it's gonna come back really strong and stronger than ever on both channels. So not just my COD channel, but also my regular LP channel. But one thing I do want to talk about with all the peoples today, is humor. You know, where do we get it from? I wanted this to be an engaging conversation, so let's get right into it. So, humor, it plays a big part in all of our lives. Obviously, you know, you laugh at jokes, you know, laugh at stand-up comedians. It's a fun thing. It's something to enjoy in life. But where does it come from? Well, I have this theory that all humor originates from taboos. Well, now, first we need to find what a taboo is. Taboo is a social, I don't have a literal definition on me, but to explain it the best, and a taboo is something that is socially outlawed, so something that's not socially acceptable, and taboos can change over the years. For instance, talking about 9/11 up to 4 months after the happenings, that would be considered taboo. But, you know, as the years go by, it begins to become not a taboo. You know, it's gonna take a while, of course, but why do we find taboos funny? That's a mystery, but first off, do we find taboos funny? Well, first you have to analyze this. Why are such YouTubers so popular? Let's take it 2 prime examples. Let's look at the Angry Video Game Nerd. Let's look at Tourette's Guy. Well, first off, Tourette's Guy, he makes his living off of taboos because he does a couple of them. One, he plays off the fact that he pretends to have Tourette's. I don't believe he does. In fact, I think he doesn't. Yeah, that's a taboo itself, pretending you have a disability, and people, you know, laugh at it and stuff. Then the second one is where he gets most of his comedy from, and that is the taboo of cuss words and inappropriate language. Now, you might... come on. When people add cuss words or inappropriate language of any sort to the conversation, don't lie and say you haven't laughed at it. It's a key part of comedy, is adding taboo words like that. And watch this. I will take down your helicopter. Yeah, it makes something more entertaining, and we don't know why. It's because it's a taboo. That's why. For, like, offensive things that will, as many online forum users will say, gets people butthurt, will make other people laugh a lot. It's just kind of how our society does things, you know. What about awkward humor, like stuff in The Office and stuff like that? Well, there we go. You know, being awkward is sort of a social taboo because you don't want to. In this gameplay, let's talk a little bit about the gameplay at least. In this gameplay, I'm gonna be camping a lot, sniping the way I snipe, which is boring by YouTube standards. It's just kind of sitting here and waiting for people to come and stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be a little boring. I think I'll switch gears in a while, but as of now, this is how it is. Using the MP7 a little, this thing, it's a lot better than it was in Modern Warfare 3, and by that I mean it's not like statistically better, it's not a better gun, but it's better balanced, because in Modern Warfare 3 it was fucking overpowered. But I'm going to get back to my engaging conversation. So, taboos. Yes, you like them. You don't know you like them because you haven't thought about it enough, but yeah, you love laughing at them. Different people like laughing at different taboos. For instance, you know, someone who has gotten raped will not laugh at a rape joke, but someone who has not gotten raped might find it amusing. But hello there. That's just how the world works, you know. I know Drifter, he put out a video recently about fan bases and talking about how when he made a little 9/11 joke in his early days in Battlefield 3, someone got really angry, or, well, not angry, just very depressed about it, very agitated about it, and sent him a message leading him to the blog where, you know, it's just different people find different things funny. I mean, that's an obvious thing, right? Well, that's based off of the experience we've had with different taboos. Yeah, that's how it is. Social constructs that are forbidden make us giggle. That's just how it is. It's weird, isn't it? Like, just think about it. It makes you feel bad for laughing now, because you realize you're laughing at, you know, something that other people find horrendous. You know, it's like laughing at other people's misfortune, which is very common, because that's in itself is a taboo, so we laugh at it. It's just how we work. And, you know, I'm waiting for a new book called The Way We Work, you know, like that old book, The Way Things Work, that woolly mammoth showing you all the inventions. And I don't know, it just might be from my childhood because I was an engineer's son, but yeah, you know how it is. If we could truly make a guide to the human brain, so many things would be solved, but we can't because there is no such thing. You know, we don't know anything about the human brain. And to unlock the stuff beyond the human brain, that's going to take a long, long time. And it's just like space. The more we know about it, the less we know about it, the more there is to find out. At one point, I wanted to be a physicist. Like, it was kind of a aspiring dream of mine to think, hey, I like physics, maybe I should be a physicist. Then I got more into abstract physics, like theoretical physics, and I'm like, you know, I'm not doing this. It just all is too math. Yeah, I mean, sure, physics is supposed to have math, but when you go into theoretical physics, it's like, oh my goodness, math. This is right because math. Blah, 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 blah. It can't even make a lot of sense. Like Hawking radiation theory. Do you know what that is? It's basically saying that continuously in space, particles, tiny particles, tiny atoms, are popping into space. Well, okay, first, matter and antimatter pop into space, and then they cancel each other out. That's the theory. But within this theory, it says that if one, the antimatter or the matter, if one of them goes into a black hole and disappears, then the other will radiate off and be known as Hawking radiation. And the radiation is so small you can't detect it, and it's so far away that you cannot possibly detect it. So it's basically saying, there's a cow out in space, and he's moving at the speed of light, but no one can tell because the cow is moving too fast, and it's too small, and it's too far away. See, that just bugs me, because I like solid facts. I like proof, and I can't get proof of Hawking radiation. It's impossible. Well, at least by the means we know now, it's impossible. So, that's just another way that people's brains work differently. It's just weird. Some people grasp it, some people don't. It's like math people versus, I don't know, English people. It's just sort of who you are. You might have a different mindset than other people. Writers have a different mindset than mathematicians. That's an obvious thing, you know? But anyway, I'm getting off track. Well, actually, you know what? There is no track. What am I talking about? I always do this in my commentaries. I start out talking about one thing and end up talking about something completely different. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I might as well talk about commentators. So, I kind of wanted to do a commentary about commentators. Why do we like them? You know, what's so appealing about them? Well, I don't know. But, think about this. Different commentators, just like different brains, attract different people. You know, there's all different kinds of commentators out there, and they all do different things. Whether you're talking about 100+ games, you know, people are awesome at the game and just go completely beast mode on everyone and just blow everyone out of the water. Or you're talking about people who base their commentary out of, you know, good talking, good conversation, good facts, you know, good commentary. I want to be one of those people simply because I'm not as good as this game as many other people. But nonetheless, I still kind of want to, oh boy, didn't know I sped up the game. I still want to sort of share a piece of me with the community. I don't know, but it's just something I want to do. So I think what I do here, and you know, it's been a really long time since I've done this, but I think I switch over to my friend Wathan. He was in my other video when I was talking about Freudian fears and psychology stuff. But this guy, Wathanator, he is a very strong player overall, just a great player. He's also a great guy. He's a great gamer too. Has a gamer score of like 39,000. That's way more than I could ever concoct. But he's a very good guy. He's one of those COD players who isn't cocky, but he's good enough to back up whatever talk he's saying, you know? He can say he can do this, and he'll actually be able to do this, and he won't be like one of those idiots who, you know, says, oh, I'm the greatest quickscoper on the planet, and then you can beat him in a free-for-all using the fucking 5.7. He's not one of those people. He's a guy who builds his own character, and he builds his own personality and persona off of, you know, being a respectable person and a funny guy. Well, this is all I can say for part 1, so tune into part 2. It's coming out the exact same time. I like doing long commentaries because it's giving me time to just brain vent all over the place. So, part 2 is coming up next.